Okay, I just want to take a minute, and before we move on to the rest of the chapter here, I misspoke in the last video towards the end where I was defining my material and my topsoil, and I want to explain that piece of it versus redoing that entire 50-minute video and trying to edit it. I just wanted to kind of clear it up here, okay? So what you're seeing here in this view is I have this surface slicer, and if you're not sure what that is, that's this guy up here, this icon that I can basically just draw a line across here, which is my to and from. And you're seeing here, when I go to surfaces, you're seeing the original ground and my finished ground or finished design, okay? So when you, in the MSI Manager, we have our materials and we have our earthen material, which we've created a material called onsite topsoil, okay? That's what we have here. When we define the topsoil using this tool, which we're going to get to in the following video, you're going to tell it that you've got 6 inches that you're stripping, and you're going to define what that material is. So basically, you're going to classify the material you're stripping off, and we're calling it on-site topsoil. Okay? So then, if you take a look at the surfaces, when I build these surfaces, you can see that I've got a surface called original ground topsoil with topsoil stripped. So when I click on that, and I click OK, now you can see there's that original ground, basically minus the 6 inches of topsoil. Okay, that's what that orange line is. So in the MSI Manager, when I went in and I defined the site improvement for the landscaping, I told it that I've got 4 inches of topsoil layer, and then I've got another topsoil replacement layer here. Okay, this is where I kind of messed up. This should be some other type of material, probably sod. So what this probably should be is another material. So I'm going to come up to materials. I'm going to create a new material, and we're going to call it sod-seed. Okay. And then I'm going to define a material, a new material, and we're just going to call it sod. Okay. So let me rename this to sod. And we're going to do the sod by area. And we're going to do a pallet because we want to order in a pallet, and basically this is going to be square yards, and basically let's just say we can do 50 square yards in a pallet. All right, I'm just guessing at that. So one pallet, let's go one square yard. Sorry, one pallet is, let's say, 25 square yards. All right, we'll just do it that way. So this will tell us how many pallets we need as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make that, we'll make that green. Okay. So now going back to the sod with respread, that's what this should be. This should be that sod material. And let's just say we're just going to account for 2 inches of that. Okay. Then down here, what you're doing, the topsoil replacement, is you're telling it that, okay, I've got this earthen topsoil, which is what I stripped, and I'm going to put down 6 inches of that. Okay. And then when I click edge, I can choose vertical or sloping. All right. So now watch what happens when I go ahead and I'm going to build the surfaces here. And what's going to happen, and you'll see this as we get a little bit further towards the end. So I'm kind of jumping ahead here. But if I go to surfaces now and we take a look at the finished design with subgrade adjusted, all right, if I turn that one on, I click OK, you can see basically what that is it's taken that finished design and it's dropped it down in this area for my 2 inches of sod. Okay. Now if I go back and turn on the finished design topsoil absent, what that's giving me is another surface, which is this surface here, which is actually my subgrade surface. So if I was compacting and stripping and getting it down to subgrade, which that would be this line, I'd fill it with my 6 inches of topsoil, and then I'd lay my 2 inches of sod on top. So that's just wanted to clear that up and try to articulate this a little bit better so you understood the surfaces that you get, because when you get to build surfaces, you're going to see this information here, and you're going to see a bunch of surfaces that get created. So I wanted to point out how those surfaces get created and what they mean, as well as fix my mistake from the previous video. So hopefully that makes sense.